quick burrow. Nisha can try and cover him with an avalanche, but 33 stuck. He knows it too.
Almost caught the Tiny on the tail end. But early Vessel for the Weaver, dealing with this Beastmaster heal.
When they get the hook shot onto the Darkseer. First target, Orchid already going off. Primal Roar trying to follow it up in this Aura damage dealer. Nisha goes for the toss together. Avalanche, but they don't have the follow-up damage to kill these guys. And now Mickey gets grabbed by the Reality Rift. Phantasm, Chaos Knight trying to get him away, trying to get off the Requiem. Vacuum interrupts that one. A second Glimmer disappearing into the night, but now he's revealed. Now he's caught by the Bro Strike. Nisha couldn't get him out. Tried to go for the toss. Now he's dead as well. Boxy's caught in it. Duraccio blinks forward, looking for more. Good steal from Insania with the Burrow Strike, stalling up Duraccio. Otherwise, 33 might have been the third core killed in this, and Gaimin Gladiators are hitting high ground once again, though they are chasing after 33, who had the bug on his Hawk, so they know where he's at. Relentless.
Boxy had a choice there. I don't know if he saw the Enigma at the last second, but you're hookshotting Enigma or Darkseer, and he took the Darkseer. Instant Orchid from Duraccio completely bails out that initiation, and then Glimmer Cape on the Enigma. There's just no way to take that Darkseer down at the start of the fight like that. Liquid did not have their BKBs to commit. And Gaimin able to survive long enough with the heals. The other two heals can come in. Once more, a misstep by Liquid leads to objective taking by Gaimin as they take a Rax at 23.5 in this game. The troubles do not stop for Liquid. The nightmare only continues here. Nikkei just TPing bottom.
He's got to hit some creeps. He's
no
a
wave
long
pop,
ways away from that BKB.
Heroes are just tanking up. The team gold is what's winning these games. Time and time again, there's no easy targets for Liquid to jump. This is a 5 Enigma just showing. If you're not willing to jump this, like, what are we doing here?
They're afraid to jump him. Oh, man. They are truly mind screwed at this point in time. If they can't go for it, and by the time they go for it, yeah, it is a trap now. Vacuum, Cogs will keep them out of the way for a little bit. Try to hit the Reality Rifts. Nisha gets the blink backwards before he's caught, but it's a second tier 3 down. Glyph will hold it for a while longer. 10 seconds left on the Aegis. Duraccio is just going to commit.
I mean, you have to call it like it is, right? I feel as though Gaimin have just completely broken Liquid. Across these 5 games, they have broken their drafts, broken their lanes, broken their gameplay, and now it seems like they've broken their mentality as well.
Yeah.
There's just nothing left. Hesitation, misplays, pickoffs on the map. Nowhere near clean enough to combat what Gaimin are doing right now as they are firing on all cylinders. This is...
Burst on Mickey at the same time. Boxy, can he do anything to stop this when he's trying with the battery saw? Tries to pull him away from Mickey. That Cogs may have just done it with the Glimmer Cape from Insania. They do manage to keep their carry alive. I mean, Nisha, he's going to try for it. Quinn starts the initiation. Trying to make himself the target, activating that unit. And Nisha gets the toss into the Requiem, tried to combo onto Ace. They go for the Primal Roar. So many ultimates being used to try and kill him, and there's the time lapse. They saved Ace. Now they've got the black hole in the SF, and they are going to demolish Liquid. Triple BKB does nothing for you when you are flat out, outgunned, outplayed. 4 dead. GG is called. The cleanest series of your life. Gaimin Gladiators take it 3-0 away from Liquid.
There's not much left to say about this series between these two teams. We have seen it before. We see it again here, but this felt maybe one of the more one-sided of all of these matchups in their long history. Just absolute decimation. Clinical outplays across all 3 games from everybody on Gaimin stepping up. Going back to the Brood game on Duraccio to this game with Quinn on that Sand King mid, he just snapped Liquid's back with those plays around the runes, with the Stinger and the Phase Boots. And Liquid are left once more wondering how they can overcome the ultimate nightmare of a team, the ultimate nightmare they find themselves in. Their glory will once more be denied from this squad as Gaimin claim another huge title, maybe the biggest of this team's lifetime, as they were denied at TI, but they find an Esports World Cup championship.
That's right, they were working with their own curse. So many times a team that dominates the regular season ends up failing when it comes to the finish line and does not do well at the finals at the end of the year. Gaimin Gladiators had that happen to them last year. And while the regular season definitely was not great for them, they showed up at the right time of the year this go around and look in the most dominant form, maybe more dominant than they did the entirety of last year. Just this tournament alone, one of the cleanest you've ever seen.
They have had their struggles, but as you said, Dota's about figuring out what to do in the moment, adapting, finding your strengths, remembering what made you as good a team as you were, and they have definitely remembered it here and refound a lot of their strength.
Quinn, he'll take that key. Looks like he took that mid lane away from Liquid. They will approach the trophy that they worked so hard for last year, but this year is the year of Gaimin Gladiators, the absolute kings of the early game. An extremely dominant tournament throughout. And there you have it. Give it up for your champions, Gaimin Gladiators.
Riyadh Masters 2024 champions, Gaimin Gladiators! Quinn, my man, I've heard you remark yourself as more of a hard worker than a natural talent. And I can tell that you've been putting in the hours these past few months, trying to return to the glory that was that 2023 run. Do you think that this moment is a representation of all the effort you've been putting in? I'm seeing you go up against these Huskars, these Tinies, these Sand Kings, and not breaking a sweat at all.
Yeah, I think hard work does pay off, and we put a lot of time into boot camp, into this tournament, and the time before that, going from being really bad to being good again. So I'm just glad that we were able to make that rise again.
And it is proof positive with this event. Tofu, I spoke with you just a couple of days ago where you were telling me about the trials and tribulations of maintaining consistency, both within in-game and out of game. Do you feel like this is now reflecting that the effort was worth it and everything that you had gone through, the difficulties are making up for the rewards?
We had a lot of difficulties before, and I feel like we've been trying for weeks and months, honestly, and especially this last stretch, we've been putting so much time, effort, and passion into this whole project, and I'm just super proud that it paid off and we could show what we're actually capable of.
And what you're capable of is championships. And for Dyrachyo specifically, not just a championship, but a 3-0, one that you have claimed multiple times in the past. I remember during Kuala Lumpur, you thought it was going to be a 3-0, and yet you were not shaken. Once again, you show up here and you're like, it's going to be a 3-0. Are you just saying it, or do you actually have a read?
I mean, they asked me to say it, but to be honest, like I expect us to play well against Liquid because we have a really nice matchup. We also show it like yesterday, we kind of smacked them, so today it happens again.
Which brings me to Celery. What is it about Liquid? Is it them, or was this just your tournament? It didn't matter who was going to show up in grand finals. You knew you had their number.
Yeah, it didn't matter. We were ready.
It's just that easy.
I had a dream like a week ago we were going to win, so dreams come true sometimes.
And the dream has come true. Ace, any closing thoughts for all of the Gaimin Gladiators fans who have been waiting for your rise and your return to prominence and have been patiently rewarded?
Yeah, like there was some games, there was a lot of other crowd cheering for other teams, but we could always hear some gaming fans out there. So I wanted to thank you all for that. You guys are the best.
And it seems to me that the Gaimin fans are here in full effect. For one last time, please, a round of applause for your champions! And there is one more order of business, Celery. This trophy that you're holding and the key that you have put into it. You've been walking by the totem every single morning, and it's time to immortalize you in Esports World Cup history. So shall we? And join me as we make our way over.
An absolute dominating run here in the upper bracket from Gaimin Gladiators.
Can do, but it's all these small things with like the team fighting that to me is what really sets this team apart. They do all these things that other teams don't, that just allows them to win.
Yeah, and I think when there is a patch where the auras are strong, this is when Gaimin Gladiators is always at the top. No team knows how to play these, not going to say death ball, but these like high tempo, fast early game type of strategies better than them. Like no team can even go to 40 minutes against this team. It's impossible. They just beat you before that. And I think especially for this tournament, it's a bit of a blessing in disguise that earlier they didn't do so well. They just came out this patch swinging with pretty much no data on them, like how good they are right now. And no team has even had any time to figure it out. And Quinn, he gets to immortalize Gaimin Gladiators here.
I'll just say I feel like this tournament, especially the lower bracket, was characterized by teams making uncharacteristic mistakes. And the one team that I can confidently say never did that the entire tournament, or at least the playoffs, was Gaimin Gladiators. Like, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stakes. Dota's a mental game. How many times have you guys at home or us even just like played bad in a pub or in a tournament match because we're nervous because we're having a bad day? How do you have a team like that that just never has a bad day? They're having such confidence about the meta, about their strategy, about their identity as a team. We talked about their dynamic as a unit when we interviewed Duracio. He just said, we've been together for so long, we understand each other so well. He just seems so happy with the rest of them. They're all smiley in a game that causes so many of us so much stress when we're thinking about all these moments that they could be in that mean so much at each pivotal time a teammate makes a mistake. You have to lift them up.
Sorry, Brian. I just realized what they're doing.
Oh, are they choosing their three
They have to choose.
It has, okay.
It has to be Liquid, right? You gotta, for one more time for the road.
Liquid, Falcons, Bibbidi Bobbidi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Quinn promised me a Bibbidi Bobbidi team if they win it all. He promised it. But how much does Quinn have to say here?
Quinn, listen up.
It's Falcons actually, for sure Liquid. Just, I don't know why.
I think maybe Liquid's key, is it because obviously their key was still alive until just, you know, maybe 10 minutes ago. So maybe it's not there yet because it's
that's
crushed.
True.
But I would imagine, you know what would it, how arrogant would it be to just not put Liquid? Because, you know, they get them anyway. The only team they dropped a game to in the upper bracket was Falcons.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to put Falcons. You have to put Falcons. I feel like
they made their choices.
B-Blobs and Falcons, the third one, I don't know.
Are we going to be able to tell?
You know, we're going to be. I think we're gonna get some words in just a second. So we're gonna find out. The rest of the keys will all be dropped under the totem. They will all be encased in resin, as you've heard multiple times throughout this Riyadh Masters. This totem will be immortalized on the boulevard, and next year around there's just another totem, and this totem will forever feature Gaimin Gladiators as the champion here of Dota 2. Did we see any names? I couldn't read fast enough.
Quinn, hold them in the camera.
Quinn, please.
Don't drop them, Quinn.
No, it's
Oh, he thought about it. He hears you.
Oh, he might actually hear you.
Probably
does.
This
is a good point. This is a good point.
Well, I'm waiting for the grand reveal.
We're gonna get that grand reveal with Tsunami.
Quinn, you have gathered up 3 keys. You mind sharing with me your choices?
Yes, we selected Liquid, Falcons, and Spirit.
Okay, pretty reasonable options. Let's take it with Spirit. Team Spirit, pretty understandable. Last year's champions, TI 2-time winners. Anything beyond that or just their legacy?
I mean, they crushed our dreams last year, so we get to crush a piece of metal, I guess.
The revenge for Seattle. I love to see it. How about your second choice, Falcons?
I mean, they beat everybody all year, so you got to put them in there out of respect, you know?
And maybe somewhat trying to take away from your legacy of last year, 2023, most dominant team, 2024. You got to win Riyadh Masters, maybe. And your last one, Team Liquid. I feel like I don't even need to ask about this one, but just for the people, why'd you choose Team Liquid?
To be honest, it's just kind of funny. That's the main reason.
The man's doing it for the memes, but you are all business when it comes to the game. And in regards to that, I would like to congratulate you, as not only are you the champions of Riyadh Masters, you are the PlayStation MVP for this event. That's exactly the reaction I was hoping for. And as a result of that, you also are a winner of a $50,000 cash prize.
What on earth? I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was just like a PlayStation. That's pretty dope.
You can get many, many PlayStations with that. But if we could reflect on the tournament as a whole and your mid-performance, like I said on stage, you've been working really hard for your entire career as a professional player. Were there any moments during this past year where you felt like the glory that you had achieved in all of 2023 would be difficult or possibly even impossible to return to? Or did you have faith that a moment like this would happen?
I mean, I don't think I ever lost faith that it was possible for us to win. We were, we had a rough year in terms of, like, if you compare it to our prior year, but I mean, I believe in everyone on the team, and, I think we just had to figure stuff out. It was a game of problems and fixing problems, and I think it just took a while for us to fix those problems.
And as for the mid lane in general during this competition, how have you felt? Were you pushed to the limit? Are we returning to peak Quinn, or is peak Quinn going to show up maybe even in Copenhagen?
I think I've always got room to go. There were some games I ruined. There's that Ember game against Falcons that was not pretty. So, always room to go up.
Well, we can't wait to see the path, Quinn. Congratulations on a stellar performance, and I'll let you enjoy the moment with your team.
A well-deserved MVP. I think especially that game 3 we witnessed, that mid lane fear. Woo!